If you knew, without a doubt, for a fact, it was guaranteed that you have another life after this one, would you put less effort into this life? Hi, I'm Katie Clark, co-founder of Spotted Dog Yoga. Welcome to Play Hard and Love Big Radio, where Nick and I share personal insight, stories, experiences, and thoughts that we have on all things health and wellness. We each have our individual passions. One of mine is Wellness Wednesday, which just launched yesterday, so be sure to check out the Spotted Dog blog, or you can check it out on social media in a shortened format. Yesterday's topic was on sleep problems and some ways that you can potentially improve the sleep in your house. So check that out. And back to the question I asked at the beginning of the show. If you were guaranteed, absolutely 100% you knew that you had another life after this one, would you put less effort into the life you're in right now? Would you not care as much if this life was great? If you weren't doing your best? And this came up for me when I was reading something this week, and it had to do with someone saying that it is too much pressure, too stressful to put so much weight, so much importance behind the decisions that we make on a day-to-day basis, or, it's too much pressure to consider that this is the only chance we've got and we need to make it a great life. That's too much pressure. That's too stressful to have that mindset about it. And, I've been thinking about it a lot, and my thoughts on it are, one, that it's not stressful. I mean, it might feel stressful, but it should be stressful because the decisions that we make, even the little ones, do impact us and others. And that's important. And I, for one, even if I knew that I had another life, I still want this one to be great. And just because someone guarantees to me that I have another life, I still don't know for sure. I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. So how could I really, really know for sure that that's going to happen for me? And I'm going to take less pressure off myself in this life because I'll just do better next time. And that doesn't land for me, that philosophy, that thought process. And so if you look at it on a small scale, okay, studying for a test. If you knew that you got to take the test twice, so say your teacher says, even if you fail the first time, you get to take it again, no penalty. Would you want to take it 2 times? Would you want to not do good the first time? I mean, you might study and not get as good of a grade as you want. That's one thing that could happen. Or you could be like, I'll just see how I do, and then I'll do better on the next one if I have to. I don't really follow that logic. I think that you should always want to do your best in everything that you're doing, because why would you want to take it twice? And if we're talking about having another life, that'd be great. I think that'd be cool to have another life, but that doesn't diminish the one that I'm in. And so if I want my life right now to be as great as it can be, live my best possible life, that means that every decision that I make matters. There's something at stake for me with every decision that I make. And not just for me, but for my family and for my friends and for the people that I care about. And so I think that it's really important that we consider that even if we make a mistake, which we do, my God, I've made so many mistakes. But when I've made mistakes, I feel like I've learned from them. Like if I didn't learn from my mistakes, I'd be single and in a bar right now. I would not be doing a health and wellness podcast, owning a yoga studio, and having a great family, 2 wonderful children. That would not be happening for me. But I did. I learned from my mistakes. And so as I progress, I think I understand and value my decisions more. Because I've made those mistakes, I know that things matter. Things make a difference. And so I do my best to learn from my mistakes and move forward, and then the next time make the best possible decision to put my best foot forward to do my best. And I don't think that that should be perceived as a stressful mindset or too much pressure. I think the problem in society nowadays, especially with younger folks nowadays, is the lack of personal responsibility for decisions. It's really important, I think, that we do our best and try to teach our children, do our best to teach our children that what they do matters. And that when they make decisions, that there's possibly something to be learned. If you make the wrong decision, you make a mistake. There is something to be learned, not possibly. There is something to be learned if you make a mistake. But that you got to take ownership of that. You got to take ownership of your mistakes. It's okay. You know, I tell Owen all the time, you know, if he does something wrong, I'm like, buddy, hey, everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is that you don't do this again because you learned from this mistake. It's not good to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. And he understands that. He's 4. He gets it. I think we need to talk to our children like they're gonna be adults one day. Like, let's teach them lessons now that will help them be successful, not by coddling them, not by making it so that they don't have to take responsibility for their actions. Like, have them from a young age understand that what they do matters, that the decisions that they make impact themselves and others. And it's okay to make mistakes. And it's like a good thing to make mistakes, but you got to learn from it. And that's how we can raise children that have personal responsibility and that have that value their decisions and value themselves as people and will put their best foot forward and will do their best effort. And when they make a mistake, they'll own up to it. I was surprised to read that, and I also think that there's really a lot to be learned from this topic, so I wanted to share it with you. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you make it a great day. Be well.